Everyone.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. A very good morning. And I see someone here. Neelam is there, and many people over here. So good to see you all. Vasanji, good morning. And today it is a very beautiful topic, a very different topic. I will take up this topic. It is very unusual, not unusual. Everybody knows about it, but nobody wants to uh, talk about it. So this is psychology of paranormal. Why do we believe in it? So this is very interesting topic, and let's talk about it. So first of all, why we believe in paranormal? We will talk about something why human psyche to understand why we are so drawn to it. We will also examine various psychological factors that contribute to our belief in ghosts, spirits, unexplained phenomena. Many things are there which is happening around us. And what is this paranormal? Paranormal refers to a phenomena that are beyond the scope of scientific explanation. It encompasses a wide range of beliefs, including spirit, ghosts, extrasensory perception, that is ESP, near death experiences, that is NDE, then UFO sighting. So the paranormal signifies the experience or phenomena that defies our current understanding of the natural world. It includes a spectrum of beliefs that have captivated humanity for centuries, from existence of ghostly apparitions to communication beyond the physical realm. So why do we believe in it? First of all, we believe in it because our brains are wired to find patterns and make sense of the world around us. And when we encounter unusual events, we may seek paranormal explanation to fill in gaps in our understanding. Then we tend to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs and downplay evidence that contradicts them. And that this can lead us to interpret ambiguous experiences as paranormal. Then the idea of a paranormal world can provide a sense of comfort and, and control in the face of uncertainty because we don't know much about it. Then paranormal beliefs can offer explanation for events beyond our control, such as death or illness. So our natural tendency is there to believe in these things, to find some explanation to different things, which is not, you know, um, you can say it doesn't have any explanation. So this is what happens, and our brain are wired like that. So that is why the power of perception comes into play. So misinterpretation of sensory information in low light of conditions or unfamiliar environment, or our brain can misinterpret sensory cues, leading to perceptions of paranormal activities. Then there is a term called sleep paralysis. This sleep disorder can cause hallucination and feeling of being unable to move, which can be mistaken for a paranormal encounter. Then there is expectations and suggestion. If we expect to experience something paranormal, we are more likely to perceive it. This is why ghost tours and haunted house experience can be so convincing. So when you are going anywhere, you in a haunted place, of course, definitely you will be able to feel something over there. Then cultural beliefs are also there. Different cultures have varying belief system regarding the past. These beliefs can shape our interpretation of unusual experiences. Then there are religious traditions where many religions incorporate concept of spirits and afterlife. Of course, I also believe in that. And other paranormal phenomena. These beliefs can influence our openness to paranormal experiences. Then folk tales and legends are also a big contributor. Ghost stories, myths, legends passed down through generations can shape our cultural understanding of the paranormal and make us more receptive to believing in it. So, this is what happens, and culture plays a significant role in shaping our belief about paranormal. Then, why we need all these? Because we are social creatures who crave connection. The belief in paranormal world can provide a sense of connection to something larger than ourselves, to the unseen or the unknown. Then the paranormal realm can offer answers to life's big questions, such as the meaning of life, death, and afterlife. Even if the answers are not entirely comforting, they can provide a sense of closure and understanding. So, paranormal realm can offer explanation for many of our questions also. Then now comes the most important science of belief. Now, our brain, amygdala, is associated with processing emotions, particularly fear. You must have heard about the term fight and fear going away. When you are afraid, what happens? Or when we encounter something we perceive as threatening, what does amygdala do? It is activated and it leads to a feeling of anxiety and a heightened sense of awareness, making us more susceptible to interpreting ambiguous situations, such as paranormal. And then temporal lobe of our brain. This area of the brain is involved in processing complex information, including faces and voices. When we perceive ambiguous stimuli, such as flickering lights or sound, the temporal lobe may misinterpret them as familiar pattern, leading to perception of paranormal activity. So our brain plays strange. So that's why this fear center is also activated when there is something unusual happening. So we should be a little careful. Then there's a power of belief. The placebo effect is there. The belief that something will have a certain effect and can actually influence its outcome. This can apply to paranormal beliefs also. If we believe believe that a place is haunted, we may be more likely to experience strange occurrences there. Then confirmation bias is also there. As mentioned earlier, we tend to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs and downplay evidence that contradicts them. This can lead us to interpret ambiguous or unnatural experiences as paranormal, reinforcing our existing belief. So, whatever we believe in before, it will be more strengthened if we are seeing something. Then, critical thinking is very important. Importance of skepticism. It is crucial to approach claims of paranormal with a healthy dose of skepticism. Means you should analyze it before uh, believing in it, right? Then there's a scientific method which involves observation, hypothesis testing, data analysis. Applying all these principles, then paranormal claims can help us differentiate genuine phenomena from misinterpretation or psychological factors. Then you should be open minded. While it is equally important to remain open minded, if we have compelling scientific evidence which can emerge to support paranormal phenomena, we should be willing to re-evaluate our belief. So we should not blindly trust. We should analyze it with critical thinking and then only believe in any paranormal activity. Then children and paranormal. This is very important. And this is when most of the children, they start believing, and when they grow up, that belief system is in place. So children are naturally more egocentric and have a less developed capacity for critical thinking compared to adults. This can make them more susceptible to believing in paranormal. Children have vivid imagination and may struggle to distinguish between fantasy and reality. This can lead to misinterpretation of ordinary experiences as paranormal. Then children often learn about paranormal from adults, such as through bedtime stories or ghost hunting shows. This exposure can shape their beliefs about the unseen world. So, fairy tale stories and all these ghost stories, they are not actually ghost stories, they are like good and bad character in the story, which can um, shape the belief system of a child and it grow up. When they grow up, they have that belief system rightly in place. And they have active imagination. So they will like imagine such a huge thing that you can't even imagine. I met one girl. Her mother was very much, um, not rather religious, but she was always telling me that my child saw this, whether it is true. My child saw a, negative figure in the house, shadows inside the house. Please scan and tell me whether it is true or not. Then I asked her whether she is watching some kind of cartoon series where something like this is happening, some shadow is coming, good, evil, something like that. She said yes. And that was where the child was imagining everything. Even she will imagine something is outside. She will say, I saw that. But it was not true. It was her imagination which stemmed out from what she was watching on television and what she was hearing around. So I told her mother that you have to cross check and you have to think this way what she's watching and she's creating a story about it. So this is very important. You should not believe children just like that. You should explore the psychological aspect of it also. Then paranormal in media and pop culture. So what happens? In movies, in television, horror movies, and ghost hunting shows, what you see. So what you see in ghost hunting shows which depicts paranormal in a way that can be both entertaining and frightening. These portrayals can reinforce our existing beliefs or pick our curiosity about the unknown. Many movies has been made, many television shows has been made, not only in India, everywhere. And your belief system strengthens because of these movies and these television shows where they show, okay, aliens are there, then ghosts are there, and when something like this happens, something unnatural happens, that there is something. So um, this also strengthens your belief system because many people they believe that all this is true. Now, literature. In literature also, they mention about gothic novels, ghost stories, even science fiction explore themes of paranormal. These works can be a source of fascination and can shape our cultural understanding of the unseen. And you must have read about ghost stories, of course, and video games. Nowadays, it is like generation. Of course, horror video games are in thing and can create immersive experiences that place players in haunted environment or encounters with ghostly entities. These games can heighten our sense of fear and anticipation of paranormal. Then, of course, media plays a big role in these things. Then, the role of science, which is very important, you should analyze. So, as science continues to advance, it may one day be able to explain paranormal phenomena, these phenomena which we think that is paranormal. This could lead to decline in paranormal belief or a shift in our understanding of it. So you have to understand with new technologies which might emerge that allows us to investigate paranormal in new ways. Perhaps these advancements will provide more objective evidence to support or debunk paranormal claims. This is enduring mystery, right? The universe is vast and full of mystery. Even with scientific progress, there will and likely always be unexplained phenomena that spark our curiosity and fuel our belief in paranormal. So, I think so someone is speaking. Please mute yourself. Now, there are communities of paranormals, right? Sense of belongingness in this community. Paranormal communities are there And if you want to join them, yes, you can. And they share an interest in the unexplained because there are things which doesn't have any scientific explanation. These communities offer a safe space for individuals to share their experiences, discuss theories, and feel validated in their beliefs. Social support are also there because so many people who really, you know, connect with others who share similar experiences and can be a source of comfort and support, can help them feel less alone, provide a safe space to process their experiences. Then paranormal communities often have a shared purpose, such as investigating haunted locations or researching specific phenomena. This shared purpose can foster a sense of camar- camaraderie and collaboration. So, this is one part. Another part is you should have critical thinking because skeptics advocate for the importance of critical thinking and scientific method that when evaluating paranormal claims. They emphasize the need for rigorous evidence before accepting something is true because this is very important. You have to, have some evidence to believe in it. So many things you have to have critical thinking. Like I told you the story of the little child. Similarly, many things are happening which has scientific explanation, which has some personal things or some disease which is affecting, like sleep paralysis. So, skeptics, non believers, often work to debunk the common misconception about the paranormal. They may explain how psychological factors, misinterpretations, or hoaxes can account for many alleged paranormal experiences. So, you should believe in them also. Then, promoting scientific inquiry. This is very important. You should believe what you see or what you feel, and plus, it should be verified by science. Of course, this paranormal activities mostly is not explained. So, skeptics believe that the focus on scientific inquiry is the best way to understand the universe, including phenomena that may seem mischievous at first glance. So you should have some explanation. For example, anything that happens in the environment, it may be due to some activity which is happening in the environment. Then science comes into picture and you will find explanation. For example, aurora, the colorful um, change of color in the environment before science explored it. People used to feel that it is something so divine, so different. So it is very important that you should first find out the reason behind it. If you don't get any reason, then it's not possible to believe it. So you should firstly understand and you should find the unanswered question, the vastness of the universe and mysteries of consciousness continue to pick our curiosity because we don't get answers. And the unknown holds a certain allure, and paranormal realm provides a space to explore these unanswered questions. But yes, human conditions are also there. Our desire for meaning, connection, answers to life's big question fuels our fascination with paranormal. And there is storytelling also. So people are, of course, they love to hear life history. Now, there are many instruments. Of course, I have told you about everything about paranormal. There are instruments to detect these things, and mostly the common instrument is electromagnetic field meters. This is called EMF. These meters detect fluctuation in electromagnetic fields, and when there is fluctuation, accordingly you can interpret. Then digital thermometers are also there. Then EVP, that is electronic voice phenomena recorders. That is also there, where you record these changes in noises. Audio and video recorders are also there. Spirit boxes are there. These are all these are, you know, different instruments which measure certain levels of changes in atmosphere. So many more instruments are also there. I just mentioned a few. Now, how you feel that there is paranormal activity? The sensation of paranormal activity can be complex experiences. First is, let me tell about, don't be don't be scared, but yes, these are tested, um, you can say tested sensations, or you can say tested things which have been felt by people all over the world. So physical sensation is there, that is feeling temperature, feeling sudden chills, or unexplained pocket of cold air. This could be misinterpreted as a ghostly presence. And when you go to a haunted place, this will definitely happen. Then tingling or pricking sensation. This is, feeling the pricking sensation, often described as an unseen touch. Pressure, feeling a heavy weight or pressure on your chest or on any part of your body, sometimes attributed to a spirit presence. Then emotional sensations are also there, that is fear or terror, an overwhelming sense of dread or fear for no apparent reason. This can be triggered by a sudden change in atmosphere or a feeling of being watched. Most of you must have, you know, felt like this. Then sadness, a wave of unexplained sadness or melancholy. A general feeling of disquiet or nervousness, as if something is not right. That we call it gut feeling. That is also a part of this. Then perceptual sensations are also like seeing shadowy figures, catching glimpses of fleeting shadows or figures out of the corner of your eyes. If I say, yes, I have also seen, but there's no, um, explanation for that. Hearing unexplained noises or sounds, footsteps, whispers, or other noises that can't be explained. Like one of my relative, her husband passed away, and she used to hear the footstep of someone walking in the living room, that too at night. So night is one time where you can imagine so many different things. Feeling of presence, the feeling of being watched, or having someone unseen nearby, even though you are alone. This is what happened with my relative. Then I said, you are being too emotional, but I didn't say it on her face. But yes, this happened. You feel someone is sitting next to you. You feel someone is following you, or, walking side by side. most of the love, if a loved one passes away very soon, people do feel their presence or imagine that they are around them. So it is important to remember these feelings can often be caused by natural phenomena, drafts of air, conditioning, temperature fluctuation, infrasound, low frequency sound waves that we can't hear can create feelings of unease or pressure. Psychological factors like stress or anxiety can also mimic these sensations. The human brain is wired to find patterns and make sense of world in unfamiliar or dimly lit environment. Our brain may misinterpret sensory cues, leading to the perception of paranormal activity. So, if you experience something like this, what do you have to do? Stay calm, look for natural explanation, right? And talk to someone. So, whether you believe these feelings are paranormal or not is your personal choice. However, by understanding the psychology behind them and considering alternative explanation, you can approach these experiences with a more balanced perspective. That is why I took up this topic, so that you should be balanced in your approach while believing or while experiencing such kind of activities. Now, let's talk about something about spirits, how they contact. The question of how spirit contact us is a complex one because the existence of spirit themselves hasn't been scientifically verified. Now, here also contradictory, very contradictory. So it is all based on folklore, accounts, spiritual beliefs, and anyways, all these things are there. Though there are physical phenomena with this, you can, you know, explain it, but this is unexplained, uncertain area. For example, you hear whispers or voices. You see apparition, that is visual sighting of ghostly figure or full-bodied apparition. Object movement, unexplained movement or manipulation objects like doors opening or closing on their own. Dreams, intuition or feeling through communication, mediums, automatic writing. Of course, I am a healer. I literally believe in all this, but I also believe in scientific explanation. So it is very important that you should believe after, you know, literally confirming what is going on, right? You have to have open-minded view. You have to be skeptic. You have to logically reason it because whenever I get anything like this, first I look into it with scientific explanation, scientific aspect, then the mental health of the person, then always I see the environmental factor also. And then only I take decision whether this is some paranormal activity or not. So this is very, very important. And why these spirits at contact? So they have some unfinished business, then attachment to people or places, a desire to have, then seeking recognition or attention because they must have left the world very quickly, or they must be lost or confused. I have many stories of these, each aspect of it. So it is important to remember that these are theories and interpretation based on cultural beliefs. Then There's no way to verify why spirit contact us or why we see them. There are psychological explanations. You have to interpret them and focus on the mental well-being. Then only you will be able to, you know, see whether it is an authentic connection, authentic paranormal activity or not. Why science doesn't recognize these activities? Because there is lack of measurable evidence, and you cannot, you know, you cannot replay these activities. It happened once, then it will happen in a different way, differently. So it is very challenging to prove it. Then psychological explanation. Then there is, you know, people believe, oh, they will, those who believe in spirit and ghost, they will say, no, I have seen it. They will try to prove it in every way. But when science come into picture, you have to analyze it very logically. And when you analyze logically, then only you will understand whether it is really a paranormal activity or not. So many people, many scientists did explore and attempted to study paranormal using scientific method. And neuroscience research is also going on there because there are changes in the brain when some experiences happen. But all these are subjective. So in future, there will be some new technology we don't know. Now also, I would say yes, there are many researches which are going on to verify these paranormal activities. Even a new research came on UFOs or aliens also. So people are working on it. People are literally doing researches, whether it is brain activity, whether it is external activity, or it is a psychological belief system, everything they are researching on every topic. Now, there are many places which are haunted, and of course, over the world, around the world, you can see many places which are haunted. And there are explanations, there are pictures. Now, one more very important thing, how to clear these paranormal activities if you see that. Because if we are running short of time, but still I will tell you this is very important. Sometimes you might, you know, have these paranormal activities around you, or you may have friends who must have experienced these activities. First of all, you have to improve the lighting in the space, right? Suppose it is night time or you are experiencing something, whispers or shadows or anything, you have to improve the lighting. Here, I will tell you one, I remember one beautiful story of my childhood. In my room, when I was very young, me and my sister used to sleep in one room, and there was a shadow falling on, of course, lights were off, and at night, shadows were falling on the room wall where it seemed that people are dancing. Okay, shadow of people dancing. Now we both got so, I mean, curious also, and I was the one who was very brave, and my father was not in town. So now I asked my mother, I told her that this is happening. My grandmother was also there. So my mind was very, inquisitive. And I used to, and still I try to find the reason behind. Now the shadow was like very much like humans dancing. Uh, and I thought I should explore it. I said, okay, let me explore it. I asked my sister whether you are coming or not. She said no. I asked my brother, okay, you are coming? No. Okay. I said, okay, I will go alone. So I went upstairs. And you won't believe what was happening. There was one street light. In front of that, there was a tree and wind was blowing. So the shadow of the tree and the leaves, moving, it was as if there are some shadows which are dancing. I saw that and I was so, you know, this is the explanation. And if someone who has blind faith or something like that, you will think, oh my God, this is ghost dancing. But no, I went out, I saw, I found the explanation, and then I told my sister and my brother and my family that this is what it is. This is just the shadow of a tree which is moving because of the wind. And I was thinking, oh my God, these are the men who are dancing or some people who are dancing. So this is the power. This is the power of how our brain perceive, how our brain register. Oh my God, this is fear factor. But I was not afraid. I said, okay, let me explore it. And I explored and found the explanation to it. So you should find explanation. This is so amazing story. It happened when I was very young and I was studying in college or something. Then many people feel the smell or chills. That's also because of the atmosphere. Then you should reduce, you should just open the windows and see whether from where the odors are coming or because sometimes people complain of bad bad smell and they relate it to paranormal activity. But actually what happens, the wind blows and it brings in the bad odor. Then background noises, of course, when you reduce the background noises, you will be able to find the source of it. Like um, at night, mainly, you will see that people are having um, experiences of all these noises at night, not during daytime. So what happens? Everything is quiet, and when even a single noise comes, and you are, alert, and you either you will be afraid or you will find the source of the noise. So you have to find the source of the noise, right? Now, this is the logical uh, explanation. How to do a spiritual cleansing if you feel that there is something. First is burning sage or other herbs, or you can do agarbatti and all that. Okay, smoking. Then religious rituals are also there. Different prayers you can do, blessings ritual, or according to your faith, you can do some, you know, prayer which will comfort you, right? Then there are protection techniques like visualization, which I teach, mantras. Almost all the religions have mantras in their own way, affirmation, which is very ongoing. Then now I have discussed about psychological aspect also, so stress management. Then if you have feeling of persistent something, distress or nervousness, go ask your professionals who can help you. So there, on the whole, I would say there might be some natural explanation for what you are experiencing. First, you explore all these natural explanations and then believe in something which you can't explain. And there is, I would say, some paranormal activities where we don't know the answer. Another cleansing technique is sound clearing, then crystal grids, then feng shui, then religious offerings. People keep this during these ancestral rituals. They offer food to ancestors. That is also one way of symbolic measures. Then mirror and salt, placing mirror or bowls of salt in the room or doorway, it stops these or reduces, minimizes these paranormal activities. Then protection with this charm or bracelets or amulets, that also. Then positive visualization and intention setting that nothing can harm you. Like I feel, I always have this belief that nothing can harm you if you are fearless and strong. So it is very important. These things should not affect you. You should always have these things with a scientific approach, and then only you should believe in it. This is what I would say in the end, that yes, you should first of all find scientific explanation or logical explanation, then move on to psychological explanation, then move on to okay, this can happen. And then you come to energy healers or religious practitioner who can help you in clearing all these things. So choose wisely, focus on mental well being, and manage expectations. There's no guarantee that any approach will completely eliminate perceived paranormal activity. The goal might be to create a more comfortable and secure feeling in your space. So, this is what I would like to say. And with this, I would like to end this talk. Be more mindful and be more careful in analyzing these paranormal activities. With this, I end this talk. If you have any questions, please, you can ask me.
Awesome, Nupurji. You explained, you touched on the topic from so many different angles, which is most important because sometimes we actually do believe in, like, I
Yes.
particularly when you go in dark, and I think I've seen, like, in rural areas it's far more common than urban areas or something like cities.
Yeah. And now, you know, in villages, this is very common.
Mhm.
Where people are less educated, it is very common. And where in the urban areas, of course, it depends on the state of mind. But mostly, I haven't seen in mostly educated people, they don't believe. I mean, they find some explanation to whatever is happening around. So it is not very common in urban areas. But yes, it is there, very much there. People do believe in it. And strangely, I would say, I never encountered spirits like poltergeist or something. So here also, I would say I don't have that kind of experience where spirits are throwing things or anything like that. But yes, something is there. We don't know. I will still hang it in uncertainty.
Yeah, I think I have also heard someone talking about it, but then it's hard to believe, like,
Yeah.
spirit
So
is.
you have to, I mean, experience it to believe it.
Yes, yes.
So
So
thank you, Nupurji, for the wonderful talk.
you're
I've
welcome.
been I've been experiencing a lot of distress, and like I said, like you said, prayers help and gratitude help.
Mhm.
So I experienced some paranormal thing, which is irregular breathing, and because of my rapid be it I couldn't couldn't accept shouting, and that's why we're doing prayers on the 8th, bringing Guru Granth Sahib to the
Yes,
home.
you
So
should do it. Yes.
thank you, Nupurji, for this idea, and thank you for this talk, and I'll see you soon.
You're welcome, Rajvin. And yes, you should do the prayers. That is the best thing to comfort yourself and free yourself from these paranormal or uncertainty in your life. So this is very important because it happens when, especially it happens when loved one passes away. So that time prayers are very important so that you are not seeing things just with your stress and psychological or emotional trauma. So
Thank you.
good thing that you are doing prayers. Thank you, Rajvin. So this time I will not be sharing any meditation. There's no point in sharing any meditation because you will be all thinking, oh my God, this spirit has come, that spirit has come. So next time when we meet next time, we will definitely have a beautiful meditation. And yes, we will have, I think so, your approach must have changed by my talk about paranormal activities. First, find logical explanation to whatever is happening, and then only believe, right? Even I'm also a healer. I come in contact with many spirits and many things, but first I check the psychological aspect, the environmental factor, the scientific explanation, the atmospheric, you know, whatever the atmosphere is there, like it is raining or night or whatever. And then only I analyze, and then whether they are really, really thinking about it, then we will explore. So I don't advocate all these uh, paranormal activities. I would say first find the scientific explanation and then proceed. So with this, I end this talk. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shabana, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Mavin team. And thank you all the audience out here. And thank you all the audience around the world who would just think before believing in all these things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so